I don't know who's here, but if you are, thank you very much for coming, people. You're gonna hear a lot of things, what's going on. Some really, really bad things. So once again, I'm sticking my neck out to give you guys information about what's going on behind the scenes, so you know what you may not want to support. Or if you support it, that you know what you are supporting. And hey, what's up, everybody? Zach, Seashore. So let me keep it very, very clear. Let me go really right to it. Let me get right to some of the screenshots that have been to me, so you all can familiarize yourself with what I am boycotting. Anything to do with fundraisers related to Jack and Lilly. Anything. A vigil is a nice thing, but when the wrong people take advantage, it's a very dangerous situation we're in. So I want to make sure, if you support any fundraisers, that you know, even if you don't spend any money on it, that you get an idea of who is behind it, who these people are. I guess this is with Christine and Brad Turner and all of them, and they're going crazy over their involvement in what they... And as I said before, their goal is to have Malaya at the vigil. They want everybody there. So when I talked about Chrissy Travers contacting Malaya, hey, hon, my thought was, you know what? There are two possibilities. A, she wants to entrap Malaya. She thinks Malaya doesn't know what happened to Jack and Lilly, and she wants to get information if she is sincere, right? So at this point, I'm keeping both possibilities open. Chrissy Travers, who resigned from Please Bring Me Home, either she wants to do what she can to find Jack and Lilly, or the reason she reached out to Malaya was to make sure she will show up at a vigil or at the so-called searches, and so on and so on. And from what I understand, Kent Corbett is he doing a fundraiser? Well, he lied. He did something really, really bad yesterday, people. Really, really bad. Kent Corbett. And you see, he supports Durwood 100%, right? He supports this theory. And so the question is he naive? Well, he lied and claimed that I said that I encourage people to search on other people's properties, which I never did. I didn't do that. You can watch my last video. But that's the comment he left. So the reason that he lied may lead me to believe that this is beyond being naive, right? Because all of a sudden we're dealing, yes, you are a liar, Kent. You are a liar. You are a liar. I never encourage people to break the law. I said that if you live close to a public ATV trail somewhere in Nova Scotia between Lansdowne and the ocean, and that's pretty much anywhere in Nova Scotia, from Lansdowne into any direction, sooner or later you're going to reach the ocean, right? So I said that maybe somewhere along the way, the perpetrator or the person who got rid of Jack and Lilly could have dropped something. There's a big possibility, guys. There's a big possibility. And of course, in my last video, I talked about the fake searches The premise of the search is that Jack and Lilly ran away from home or walked away from home. Let's find them, But I thought that you believe that Durwood is correct and they're on the reservation. So which is it? Which is it? Guys, I can only anything. I didn't watch Charmaine's live. I watched nothing to do with the video because I think it's time we stop the mockery of Jack and Lilly. And I don't care if Belinda supports this or not. My number one goal and my only goal is to find out what happened to Jack and Lilly Sullivan, right? So I don't support somebody because somebody else supports the person. I don't do that. And so here we have to deal with a lot of special interest. Let me see the email that I just gotten. Let me see that message that is received. Because it's really, okay. The Black House, Durwood. Okay, I will get back to this in a minute. But seriously, guys, if you don't disconnect from these people, they will have their way with you. They will have their way and they keep you busy. Busy, using Jack and Lilly for all sorts of purposes. I got to read. Where's the message? Oh, here we go. The email. Oh, let me put the other one up. One moment. You see? Kent is pushing fundraising campaigns. No wonder he came in and lied and claimed that I told people to search other people's properties. I always tell you guys, no matter what, don't stick your neck out and break the law. Don't do that. Don't be a vigilante. Don't, I was dispatched, how not. Oh, he was on Clutched and Pearls and pushing his way. Okay. There's more to the story, guys. There's more to the story because Kent came here first, shortly after Jack and Lilly vanished. And one of the moderators hit him from the channel because he broke one of our few rules. And that is the rule that says that, if you actively try to mislead people, you have no business being here or being seen by others. You can watch the channel, but we don't want those who visit us to read misinformation or disinformation, period. And I wasn't aware of it happening back then, that one of the moderators did that, but we talked about it, and I agree 100% with the decision. I caught a little bit back then, not a lot. But all of a sudden, Durwood started showing up. But my point is that Kent was misleading before Durwood. And now he seems to be so invested that he comes on here and claims that I told people to break the law, and I would be liable if people break the law and go on other people's properties. This is beyond just being naive. This indicates special interest, agenda written all over it. So now they're on their fundraising campaigns, guys. And of course, Christine says, here, like, Jack and Lilly are there somewhere, alive. She avoids if they're alive. That is not from me, by the way. I didn't write it. I have no contact with her. Somebody sent it to me. Something didn't go as planned. Okay. Janie and Daniela in that Justin Smith and Brad Wong came together and drove a black Kia to go on a stealing spree? Really? If you support these fundraisers, even, you know what, I wouldn't, like I said, for me, what happened to Jack and Lilly needs to be revealed. It needs to come out. But if I was in the area, I don't think I would go to that vigil with those people. I don't think I would show my support at all. And I'm shocked. I mean, I'm really, really, you know, that Kent would even go that low to misrepresent something where I clearly stated, if you live close to an ATV trail, you can check it. If it's a public ATV trail, who knows? Maybe, you know, a star was dropped at McLeod Bridge. Something else may have been dropped along the way. It could have been, right? Could have been, guys. Oh, and he also thinks that a balance owes him an apology, which he already did publicly, actually. He said, I leave Kent alone. And I did too. But now, you see, and then Kent started going on Sunny's channel because Sunny gets the interviews, but she doesn't know how to process information. So all of a sudden he appeared there like the expert, right? And sort of running the show, taking ownership of Jack and Lilly. And I'm sorry, but people who, you know, in my opinion, it's not that easy for me to go, you know, I have to support somebody that I believe is on the right track. Hey, Corbett. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. I felt like I got to run down a couple of things first because I just got them. And it's very, very easy to, it's not something I plan to do because I'm bored with these people. They have nothing to do with Jack and Lilly. They want to have their fundraisers. They want to have one-day searches. And you got to come to me a little bit different than making a false accusation, claiming that I encourage people to break the law. I never did that. Never. I discourage anybody from doing anything that's vigilante on any level as well. I don't even like the mob mentality. So I had to silence a few people when Daniel wasn't here because that's not the right approach. Anybody who has paid attention to plats and statement analysis knows how you get information from people. So saying, you're a killer, you did it, you don't. No, I don't go down that road at all. And I definitely wouldn't go on other people's property uninvited. And I don't want you to do that, ever. But speaking of, I've not been paying attention to the Kia too much for different reasons. Because there's too much talk, and I hear Brad appears here, Brad Wong is there, but he doesn't really give information. I don't have time for that. Seriously, I don't have any time for it. But I want to bring back the fact that Durwood, for example, remember one thing, guys. One thing that Wong has said, remember, the car was loud. So supposedly Uncle Ron's wife has a Kia. I haven't confirmed that. It's just something I was told about. But Durwood O'Grady possibly needs engine. That would explain why it was a loud car. Right? We are looking for a car that makes noise. We're not looking for a brand new Kia, which is in tip-top shape. Nobody can hear it really coming or going. And I want to look at this one property again. what was it? 1373? Was it 1373 Gaelic? I think that's what it was. I gotta check. I'm telling you, if you align with these people, they're going to waste your time, and they're not going to go. They're misleading people. They are misleading. This is not in honor of Jack and Lilly, in my opinion. This is leading away from what actually took place and only benefiting those with something to hide. So I'm going to pull up this property real quick, 1373 Gaelic Road. And I know it's owned by one of the Geddeses. And somebody told me that he thinks that Durwood talk about him being homeless, by the way. Does he say he's homeless because he wants to hide where he's actually living? Again, this has not been confirmed, but this is just something where I'm telling you, this is the direction I'm looking at. This was also explained why Daniel could have made a turn at the railroad tracks right here, Gaelic and the railroad tracks, right? If it's true that Darren lived right here, which is a possibility. Again, I'm making sure to let you guys know, yeah, the black house, right? I posted it a long time ago, the property information. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick right now. And again, I'm bored with these fucking people. And in my opinion, if you send them money, you are an idiot. And it's natural selection, you know. Let me see if I find the property right now. And I knew this was coming. I told you guys a long time ago. This is exactly where it's going to lead. They want your money. And if you don't have any, they want you to promote them so they can get some money. This is Melvin Lawrence Geddes, owner of this particular property right here, by the railroad tracks and Gaelic. Geddes. Did Durwood know Janie before? Because Janie said she had never met him. But both of their sons were best friends in high school. If they went to high school. Around high school age. Right? She never met them. Durwood, did you have anything to do with helping Daniel on that night? Was it your Kia, or did you sell it? And what about Ron's wife? If you have information, feel free to send it. But don't tell me I have to listen to anybody's live because Brad is on there or something like that. I'm not listening to anybody right now. A Balance is the only one. I listen to nobody else because I think that now it's getting to the point where, and this is, again, this is not my area of expertise. It's just that I don't have important new statements to go by. They're getting better at it. But I'm putting out the possibilities right now. So don't tell me somebody thinks this or this person thinks that. I'm not interested. I'm interested in what you think and why. If you can't explain it in your own words, please don't share it with me. Because I'm curious what you guys, using what you have learned to filter out. Oh, thank you so much, Grandel. Thank you. You see, that's why this dipshittery that I cannot watch these channels. Seriously, don't send me anything. Don't send me anything and say, watch this channel. I'm not going to. I'm relying on you guys for real information. So I'm going to look at it right. By the way, I think I'm not interested. By the way, I'm not interested in the accident either, guys. That doesn't really help me. Unless Daniel is in a coma and within his coma he has a dream, or he dreams, he talks in his sleep and gives a confession, I'm not really interested in it. Well, it doesn't look well, it looks like a black truck here, right? On the property. Okay, let me see the black house. Oh, you sent me something else before that I completely missed, dude. Or did... Wait a minute. Oh, we got some of the same sources. Okay, give me a second here. Supposedly abandoned, and maybe Durwood moved in there, right? Why would he keep saying he's homeless? That can be avoidance, not wanting to tell people where he's located. Wow. I am absolutely speechless, people. I'm speechless that people support these people and ask me to watch whatever lives they are on. Insane. I care only about... I'm not here to make anybody feel good. I'm not here to make Belinda or anybody feel good. That's not what I do. I'm here to find out what happened to Jack and Lilly. So when people try to get me to be, Belinda has a right to choose whatever she wants. And I have a right to say about it what I really think, right? So just because she supports somebody doesn't mean that I follow. That's not for Jack and Lilly, in my opinion. That's leading away from what actually took place. That's making it harder to sift through real information. This is the Black House, guys. The Black House. Right there at the railroad tracks, where Wong said he heard a car turn around, right? Was Durwood there that night? How involved is he, and why is Kent promoting whatever Durwood is saying before Durwood showed up? According to my moderator, already promoting misleading information here in my chat. And all of a sudden, Sunny, invited him on, and all of a sudden, he was there. And when Belinda was on, he talked over her, and he took charge of everything and said 80% sure. Durwood is right, the kid's on the reservation. Well, get a lawyer, somebody who has experience in dealing with tribal lawyers, and see if you can get somebody to see if there are two children, if you really believe, right? So there are two possibilities. Either Kent is A, naive, or he has an agenda. There are no other possibilities here. None. And if he's willing to lie and slander me and claim that I encourage people to break the law and go on other people's properties, that leads me to believe he is highly deceptive. Highly deceptive, at least in this regard. Why? Because I called them fake searches and sidetracking, which I believe they are. One-day searches are fake searches. Fake. What do they expect? Jack and Lilly hiding somewhere in the bushes? What are they going to do? That's why they wanted to make sure, that's why they want Malaya on board. They don't care who did what. They want to bring the family together to make it a big event. That's why they, in my opinion, talked her into writing some bullshit note that wasn't really from her per se. Misspelling her own first name? Really? And you saw her say, yes, I believe she signed it, but maybe please bring them home, from somebody there wrote it down for her, or maybe Haley, or maybe Cheryl, or somebody like that, who knows. But that's what they published, an official statement from Malaya. They are desperate. They are desperate to have any type of voice from Malaya, in my opinion, to use for their fundraisers. That's what they are doing. That's what they're interested into. They want Malaya on board. It doesn't look good for the mother not to be there. The mother of the missing children. Okay, this is a house, the black house. I showed it to you guys already, right? Let's see some of that. And believe me, I was done with these people. They are boring to me. But it's an emergency that Malaya is off the reservation at the moment with Meadow, like a visit. What do you care about? What's an emergency? There's an emergency already. The emergency is that 2 children are missing. Right? But this is who's behind it, man. So if you want to support them, give me a second. I'll be right back. Like, who the hell are these people, man? I was on this a long time before Kent. All of a sudden he shows up. Sonny gives him a platform. Now he owns Jack and Lilly. What the hell is going on with that, man? I'm glad there are people who are bright enough to get it. But I gotten rid of some other people who said, oh, this is for Jack and Lilly, you got to do it, and why are you doing this, Mike? All we want is 2 innocent children with justice and brought home. Yes, do not support these people, guys, in any way, shape, or form. Because it's bad enough the RCMP doesn't care. And now you have a bunch of people promoting what? They're on the reservation. They walked away. Holy shit, man. I'm having tea actually right now. So when people send me, oh, she has a life going, why do I pay attention to that? Why? Pay attention to what can help us figure out what happened to Jack and Lilly. And in those lives, is nobody asking Brad Wong specific questions? Where did the car turn? Did it go to the railroad tracks and turn right around, or did it turn left or right? Did it turn towards Lansdowne Station Road or Lansdowne Road? I think those are questions that we need to ask. Jeez, man. These people are insane. Thinking that their stupid tactic can win with me. Seriously. Moment I smell deception, I'm already on alert. I don't even, you know. And that's what was the case when with Ken's messages, here. A couple of weeks after Jack and Lilly disappeared, he already got involved. Do you want to tell us what to think? That was before Durwood, on whose bandwagon he jumped. So did they already? Were they in touch already? I don't know. But when you lie about me, because I said this is a fake search, and yes, A Balance took some of it. He didn't take anything back, but he said, well, maybe I said things the wrong way. Yeah, well, my saying things potentially the wrong way had to do with the reaction to what I think needs to stop. People dragging Jack and Lilly through the mud and making a mockery of everything, of absolutely everything. So don't even let them try to gaslight you or tell you that you're a bad person because you don't want to attend the vigil or you don't want to, oh, they're going to raise some funds. Doesn't matter what I say, believe me. But I had a couple of people already message me and say, well, I was about to send some money to them and I didn't. Good. Yeah, man. So I don't care if, I appreciate you telling me, Kent is fundraising on Clutched and Purse and yeah, just keep me posted. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to watch a second of these channels guessing around, man, because I know already, I already see the ocean references. So what I believe everybody can do in Nova Scotia, if you really want to help, don't support a one-day search and then call it a day and say, oops, I did my part because I care. I'm a good person. I searched for Jack and Lilly. It's not going to help. I don't think that anybody has camera footage left after 6 months. I'll be honest with you guys. I agree with that. It's been too long, people. Been too long. The mayor spoke at the vigil. He spoke up that 75% of people he talks to don't believe the kids are in the woods. His speech, 100% gutsy. Well, Steph Warrior, I'm happy to hear that. The warden? Okay, he was a warden, right? Yeah. And let me guess what these people really think. And I don't think Daniel's doing well at all right now. Because the good guy image is his biggest currency, people. And he's losing that. And he's losing it. These accidents, all of that, I had a feeling from the beginning it will not end well for him, one way or the other. I don't think it will. I don't think he'll come clean. I don't think he will. But he's going to be shunned in this small community. I mean, people will be like, Now, Chris Proudfoot was a different story. Chris Proudfoot doesn't care what people think about him. They asked him, did you beat Sebastian? Yep, sure did. Well, there's a rumor that you hit him with a belt. Is it true? Oh, yeah, whack. I hit him with a belt. He doesn't need the good guy image. He doesn't care. Why? Oh, because he left his backpack in the wrong spot or something like that. Or he didn't dress correctly. Sure, I whacked him. People are different, guys. I saw the picture of Daniel at the vigil yesterday, and I can actually blow it up a little bit. I want to see. Forgot who sent it to me. Now I gotta look at it. Yeah. Where we at? Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to watch the other channel. I'm not gonna give them honor them with my attention. Let me see. Jeez, man. Where is the image? Yeah, the transcripts from these other places, it's no, guys. Is it misinformation or disinformation? Disinformation is intentional misinformation, designed to sidetrack people. There's a clear intention behind it, to mislead people. So would you support anybody that believes Durwood is telling the truth? And which is it? Did the kids walk away? Or are they on a reservation? Which is it? Whatever gets people to donate? Yeah. No, I don't see it, guys. Durwood. You know, now he wants to stay relevant, I guess. And not really. I comment on Abe Balance's video recently because he pointed something out. One of you sent me this picture, man, of Daniel at the vigil yesterday. I don't know if I want to spend time on this right now, but I found it interesting. I think that he's really, really, I mean, of course, I can only tell him, tell the truth, dude. Tell the truth. I don't think he will. I think he learned very early on in his life. I think his mom probably punished him or yelled at him and screamed at him. And the only way that he knew to get out of it was to not tell the truth, come up with some BS. Okay, so here's the... Well, okay, maybe I can watch this. The car accident.
Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you.
No, it's not that important. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Looks like somebody's losing it. Looks like somebody's losing control of his life. Yeah, wow, ginger snap. Yeah, it's good information. So the warden said somebody may have taken Jack and Lilly, but he didn't think it was a stranger. Yep. And I'm pretty sure that is a reflection, as he stated, of what the neighbors or the people in the community are thinking. They don't buy the BS for a nanosecond. They don't. Especially the people who live there, unless they have a special interest and want to help Daniel cover up something, like Durwood. His favorite line, Daniel told me. Oh, okay, Daniel told you. Very cool. And Janie felt the need to tell us that she had never met him before that one particular day. You see, we always, from the beginning, we were thinking about Daniel's brother Justin. But what if it was somebody else who had the Kia, who helped Daniel? Because Justin has a 5-speed, but it's not loud. Wong said it was a loud car. That would match with the advertising of a car that may need an engine. Bad engine. Makes it loud, right? Oh, now I don't find it. I want to find where. I look for a couple more minutes. And then I'm done with this insanity. Promoting this feel-good event. That doesn't help us, guys. I will only support anything that helps us figure out what happened to Jack and Lily Sullivan. That's what I will support wholeheartedly. Anybody making real efforts. Real efforts. Not the search for one day. And then you go home. How about you search every single day? A little bit. Wherever you are in Nova Scotia. We don't know. Maybe the ATV trail close to your house. You'll find a little star. Or something like that. Something that could have belonged to Lily or Jack. It's a possibility. Right? Is it likely? I don't know, guys. No, not likely. But it's possible if everybody did it, somebody may be the one that finds something important. But you know, camera footage, man, that would have been recorded over. You know? Jeez, man. One of you sent me that screenshot of Daniel at the vigil. I'm still looking. I want to see a specific screenshot. Anyways, he seemed really this is getting to him, guys. It really is. I don't care what anybody says. Maybe I don't think he'll tell anybody. If it's you who send it to me, send it again. But anyways, what else is new? Let me read your comments now. Because I've been yapping enough. I think I said what I had to say. Yeah. Shame on you, Kent. Shame on you for making this false claim. Telling people that I told people to break the law and go on other people's properties. This goes beyond being naively supportive of a theory from and why are we listening to somebody who supports Durwood? Why is anybody listening to that? Tell me that. Riddle me that. This shows some real intentions right there. Hey, Sun Cycle. Good to have you here. I believe the walls are crumbling. Yeah, they probably will. They are probably going to publish some of the. I guess Charmaine was having a live yesterday about the vigil, right? I guess I can look real quick and see if there's something. Okay, I'll show it. I want to see what Daniel is. Oh, I know where I got the picture. Yeah. I'm sure some people have good intentions there. I'm not saying that they don't. But giving your power to some organization and allowing people to speak for you, people who send each other these types of messages as shown earlier. I guess Daniel is standing in the back. That would be him right there. Not the clearest of images. I guess Belinda is here. I think, I'm not sure. What should have been closed? Oh, I think that you would think that the rest of them would be. What should have been closed? I read this message earlier, guys. Well, the problem is that somebody and by the way, Lana is not doing well. Lana really wanted to help. And it's been ripped out of her hands. She was the original one who wanted to help. What am I looking for here? Hey, A-Balance. It's great to have you, man. Yeah, you owe him an apology, A-Balance, according to him. That's what he said. And I heard you say you're going to lay off or lay low or not go. But that was not enough for him. From what I've been told. I'll tell you more later. Not important, you know what I mean? This is important to figure out what happened to Jack and Lily Sullivan. And why don't we have answers from Wong that are direct answers? Why is he appearing all over the damn place? And nobody can tell me anything significant that he said. Nothing. Did nobody hold his feet to the fire, ask exactly where did the car move? Did it go left? Did it go right? How long did it take? Did maybe the car stop at the Black House? Maybe? Where possibly Darren Geddes is living. It's owned by Melvin Geddes. It's a big possibility there. It's a possibility it wasn't Justin that helped him that night, but maybe Durwood. It's a possibility, right? We don't know that. I haven't analyzed Durwood. I knew he was deceptive, but now I got to get a little bit deeper into this. But again, it should be law enforcement. Law enforcement should be the ones. No, I was told that Kent was on Clutch and Purse talking about a fundraiser. I'm not sure if it's true, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, guys. So let's see again. Is it a Kia Sportage? Is it a Kia Rio? Well, Wong needs to give some real answers. And on those channels, I don't believe people are going to ask the right questions anyways, right? So when the person told me that he thinks that Ron's wife maybe have a black Kia, and the question is which Kia was it, I will say it was the Kia with a loud engine. A Kia that made a lot of noise. That's what Wong stated. And this possibly needs an engine. That would explain it. He still has backing papers. Cool. Sell it or not? Something is wrong here, people. In my opinion, what Durwood is doing, that's going beyond just helping a friend. He is too invested. And Kent was in my chat before Durwood ever came on the scenes. And according from what I've gotten from one of the moderators who has hidden him from my chat back then, he was already misleading before Durwood. So to say, okay, he's naive, so he believes everything Durwood says, no, this is getting a little bit too much. A little too much. The deception didn't begin with Durwood. It started before. Before he appeared on any other channel. And of course here, we don't, Sunny, like I say, she got the interviews, but she doesn't know how to process information properly. So she left, so she was the one who gave him the platform. And all of a sudden, people paid attention to him. Really strange. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Oh, what was it about money disappearing? I just got a message here. I'm going to read the message. I got to look at this message. I was going to do something else too, but you know what? I was going to do something completely different today. I'm going to have to turn off the camera for a minute. I don't know where he turned, left or right, maybe towards the bridge, maybe towards Earls, or did he turn around right there at the railway station? The rail, I cannot talk right now. This is absolutely insane, people. I got to read this email again. I went over it real quickly, but I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Selling signs and bracelets. Showed up on Clutched and Pearls live feed. Throwing his weight around to not talk about Malaya, not being at the ceremony. Oh, interesting. Really? That's what he did? Well, that was the crisis yesterday, right? Christine. Emergency about Malaya not being at the vigil. Brad Turner. Yep. I told you a long time ago, guys. This is exactly what's going to happen. So I don't mind waffling around a little bit now. Because if people pay attention to this nonsense, to them, then they can pay attention to me sitting here wondering what I should say next. You know? Trying to find the right words for that. Yeah, I mean, guys, I didn't plan for this to happen, man. But Kent lying and claiming, and you can listen to my video again. At no point did I ever say people should search private property. I discourage people to go on anybody's property, period. If you think something is on a property that needs to be examined, then you got to go through the channels. I mean, you can express your suspicions online and then see if it reaches the right sources or the right channels, or call law enforcement and say, check out this black house, maybe there's some involvement here. Because if what he stated was the full truth, right? And I don't know that. Because, the police documents, everything is shoddy, man. But he said, right, he made a turn at the railroad tracks. Was it at the railroad tracks or was it here at the black house? I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I don't even, I'm going by what some people have told me. So if this possibility doesn't turn out to be what it is, then hey, this has nothing to do with statement analysis. This is just something that I'm getting here and there from some people who watch a lot of different channels. And I say, as I always say, if you cannot explain it in your own words, don't tell me what somebody else said. Or don't tell me, watch this video. Tell me in your own words. Because if you have a hard time explaining it to me, chances are you are in doubt. So, yeah, I'm not enjoying this. I'm really not. Okay, Grandel. What did Wong say? He made a right, went up, and made the right on McLeod. You mean left? So here is Lansdowne Station Road. Here's the railroad track, Gaylock Road. McLeod would make sense, right? Because this is where the star was found. And one of you found some bags and some stuff. And this property, it's owned by, I think this one is Wayne McKenzie. And the other three are, what's the other brother's name? His other uncle. Jeez. Oh. I'm thinking about one actor right now who has the same name. Now I cannot think of his name. Shit. Harvey. Thank you, Harvey. Yes. I thought about Harvey Keitel. Exactly. So here's the thing. All four corners divided by River and McLeod Road are owned by uncles. All four. You think Daniel knew the area? You think that he maybe did some fishing there when he was a child? If he made a stop before he went up north and maybe needed to wash something off at the river, it would make sense that he goes not on public property, but familiar property by the water at the river, but privately owned, where no police car will pull him over. Hey, what you doing here at night? No, I'm on my private property. Nobody will bother him, right? That would make sense to me. So when they found the star, that could have come from Lilly's backpack or jacket. Backpack, I think that was the latest. Or was it a jacket? I don't know for sure. Yep, family owns all of the surrounding properties of the spot where the star was found, people. That's family-owned property. Hey, Seawood, I was talking about somebody, about more than just the star, because these properties are owned by Daniel's uncles. And that's why I am inclined to think he went up north. There are no coincidences, guys. You can ask Wong, is it normal that you hear cars all night over there? Probably not at all. Right? Could there have been more than one vehicle and a handoff? Well, I still think that the ATV was involved, guys, but I still don't have the statements that I really want. The major avoidance was the ATV, guys. From Janie and Daniel. Were any of you at the vigil last night? I know I got a lot of you, well, actually a lot of the people from the area that are watching me, they don't speak in chat, unfortunately, but I understand. Those hills have eyes. The whole family owns all that. It's pretty sketchy, in my opinion. Yep. Those hills have eyes, people. Man. These people. Trying to pull a fast one on everybody. Unreal. But even more unreal that people support them. Blindly. So wake up call. This is not for Jack and Lilly, guys. Finding out what happened to Jack and Lilly. That's what's going to do it. If you think it's a good thing to keep Belinda thinks, okay, of course, we need to keep talking about Jack, and I want people not to forget about them. But that's exactly what will happen when nothing comes out of this, and people will get tired. They will donate their money. They will do one-day searches. They will pat each other on the back. They will buy keychains from Kent. They will do whatever the hell they think is going to make them feel better about the situation. But the only thing that will happen is the same thing that happened with Sebastian Rogers. People are getting tired of no results. Earl says someone took the children to Hind. Yeah, did you take them children? It's interesting words. Interesting wording, guys. Somebody took them. What do you know, Earl? He is suddenly posting a lot on Facebook, guys. He's posting quite a bit. What am I doing here? Let me see if there's new stuff from Earl. Halloween post. A dog wearing pink. Yeah, it's not what I want from you, Earl. That's not what I'm looking for. Thanks, so dude. Exactly. Why does Earl have nothing to just in statement 2, right? Let me find this again. Let me see what these guys are really saying. And again, I need to put this up again. Where we at? Gregory Gaffin, I don't know. Kia Sportage. Do a lot of people have Kias up there in that area? Seems like it. The world is divided by a fence. Oh my God. That's not the one. Gotcha. Cheap and reliable cars. The cleaner from Pulp Fiction, yeah. Exactly, Amy. Hey, Krista. All right, guys, let me see if there is something more, man, that I want to talk about. Where are we at with Earl? I didn't expect this to all, you know what, 6 months ago? 6 months ago, when I first gotten into this, I had no idea where this is going to lead me, people. I had no clue. I never would have expected it to turn out the way it's turned out. Give me a second, I'll be right back. This is one of Earl's comments of Facebook posts. So, really? Earl claimed that? Where did Earl say that? So, Grendel, that's what the official thing from Wong was, that he thinks the car went up, not back towards, okay, it was Justin Smith. Yeah, Earl, why do you have nothing to lose? Why? What happened, dude? Why do you have nothing to lose? That's interesting, right? You got your property, and you got 2 sons, and you got you got a bunch of junk on your property, or cars or trucks or whatever you have. What do you mean you got nothing to lose, dude? If something happens to Daniel, if they take him away, is that what you're referring to? But again, I have not paid attention to anything from other channels. A balance, yes. The others, no. Because I don't want to be where they don't press for real information. But according to Grendel, I guess, so Grendel, he heard a car go this way, but according to Justin Smith, the car turned here, right? And according to Justin Smith, the car went back towards where Jack and Lilly lived. So I am still a little concerned by the fact that Wong and Smith had so much time to talk that maybe their statements are, maybe they heard something differently or didn't hear it exactly the same. So he went down, Wong said he went down here, railroad tracks, up to McLeod. Yeah, that makes sense, man. There are so many passes right here. Oh, he came back down McLeod. And then he turned. Wow, that's interesting. So let me guess. He may have stopped right here at the middle river of Pictou, at the bridge. So he went there and he came back down, right? And then he went Lansdowne Station Road back. And from here, he went back where? He went up north or south, do you know? Yeah, that's what on the last A Balance video, he said he knows too much. Let me go to the comment section there. Let me wait for Grandel for a minute. Got it. I don't even know. I left a comment there, right? I can show my comment. I don't. But I'm happy to see a real conversation here. Because most of what I look at is just garbage. Yeah, we need to see. I mean, then there may be more involvement here. More people who are in the know. Holy crap, dudes. What was I gonna do? I guess I was gonna look at the comment that I left on his video. Simply because I can't pull up the right timestamp right now. I don't remember exactly where it was. But it was a video, it was not alive. Hey Hans, still looking.
Wait a minute.
Give me a second. Yeah, I think that's the one. I'm not telling everything because I know a lot more than most. Isn't that an interesting statement by Durwood? I'm not telling everything. I'm not telling everything because I know a lot more than most. And I don't want certain people to twist it before we fix it. He has something to fix. Something needs to be fixed. That's a very, very important That's very important to notice that he says he has to fix something. He's on a mission to fix something, guys. You wouldn't need to fix the truth. And you wouldn't be worried about people twisting the truth either. And he wants to be relevant. He wants to stay in the spotlight. Again, I have suspected before that the DMATS account, could be him. Could very well be him. So I don't think he disappeared the time when he was silent. He just knew that he had to lay low until they all rise. So he doesn't want to tell you what he knows. He knows. He knows something that he needs to fix. And twisting comes to his mind. He needs to figure out what to do with it. He cannot just share it. But he still has the ego going where he wants people to know that he knows something. And a lot of people stupidly leak like that. Others, they have a different way of handling things. Some people, they will claim they don't know anything. I don't know anything. Not him. I think that he actually feels a need to tell us, I know more than you. He wants to elevate himself with that. This is his moment to shine. That's why he talked about his full head of hair. I have a full head of hair. It's no big fucking deal. It's not something that I point out. Hey, I have a full head of hair, guys. Did you know that? Just in case you're wondering. Just in case you're wondering what I really look like. I have a full head of hair. So I think that's where I left a comment that I wanted to his so-called reason for not telling everything is him knowing too much. He wants to overshadow his real knowledge with what he cannot commit to. At the same time, he's desperate to stay relevant. And he made another comment, desperately stupid. That was in another comment that he said, desperately stupid. And I believe he's describing himself with that. Mind you, he is not somebody that reached a level of fame because he has a certain skill or ability. He just rose to the top out of nowhere. I mean, to the bottom, in my opinion. Oh, a lot of comments on my comment. That's cool. I mean, a few comments. Haven't looked at this, but there was something else, that
comment whenever you feel necessary. I get a kick out of dumbass Derwood O'Grady 4666 not telling everything because I know a lot more than most and I don't want certain people to twist it before we fix this. Well, you know more than most. I'm not sure that that's true, Derwood. Or is it? You don't want certain people to twist it? What's it? And who are we? And what is it?
I'm not twisting anything, by the way. Ever. Quite the opposite. When people twist things, I untwist, so to speak. People twist things when they have something to hide, but still want to talk. Untwisting and realizing what they're really hiding. That is the key, guys. Oh, cool. Some of you are messaging, are now following me on and messaging me on Instagram. I like that too, by the way. Anything that has voice messaging. Wow, man. Okay, let me listen to him a little bit more. I have nothing
that
else.
you're trying to fix. You're indicating in your language that you're trying to help probably Daniel and Janie fix this situation.
Mm-hmm.
With all of the key knowledge that they've given you, unless you...
Guys, he is the fixer. He is the fixer who came up with this cockamamie story of the reservation. Fixing is on his mind. That is his purpose. That's what he believes his calling to be. I gotta fix things. Before I say anything, I need to come up with something better than I have. And I'm not the quickest of thinkers. So I need some time here, dudes. I need some time to breathe and get my brain cells going. And maybe ask some people and run it by them. You know, who often tell me, no, this is stupid. They're not going to believe it.
You're one of the suspects and are involved in this situation.
Yeah, Daniel's son, Darren's son, is friends with Daniel since high school.
I don't really like...
Are you hoping to meet singles in Japan? No swiping like on other app with Japan Cupid.
Okay, shut up.
Looking at Durwoods, but this guy makes me laugh, so I figured, why not?
Yeah, I avoided him for the longest, but now I realize, man, this type of dipshittery.
Durwoods, but this guy makes me laugh, so I figured, why not?
I think it still might be needed for people like yourself, Dippy. What did Dippy say? Who's Dippy? Drippy. I missed that. I don't see Drippy.
I don't really like looking at Durwoods, but this guy makes me laugh, so I figured, why not?
Okay, let me run a couple of more minutes,
People
guys.
are over in, I think this is a Crime and Shames chat talking to Durwood. There's Drippy's Thougtsicle. Whoop. Drippy's Thougtsicle. 1537. Durwood says, Daniel says he never spanked. You say he did. So Durwood is telling people that Daniel spanked the kids? What?
Yeah, oh really? I missed that too, man. But I have no doubt. I mean, I haven't paid really attention to Durwood. Of course, now I feel like, yeah, maybe I should. Because it's beyond my control that he's already out there, you know, that he's paid, that... So Durwood said Daniel spanked. Of course, nobody believed that Daniel didn't spank the children. And I always look, guys, what I'm looking for in general are patterns and trends, right? There was a pattern of abuse that I believe began at a certain time when maybe the kids gotten a little bit older, to control them, keep them quiet. And the trend, I believe it's gotten worse. And that's very important to keep in mind. When you ask yourself, how could something really bad have taken place? How can this be? How would it be possible for somebody to hurt two children? Well, let's look back in time. Look at the pattern. And how is the trend moving? Has it been getting worse consistently? Has it been getting better? Well, if it's been getting worse consistently, then how can you say when and how it's going to stop, or how it's going to escalate at any given point? We don't know that, but we have to follow the trend. Durwood and Drippy deserve the black eye. Yeah. So, guys, I think I've been. Let me see.
Or you tossing your friend under the bus. People go after Derwood in chats. He loves the attention, guys. He loves this. He loves putting himself in an elevated position of knowledge when it comes to the case of Jack and Lily Sullivan.
He feels the need to tell people that he knows something. You know why? Because usually he doesn't know shit about anything. This is the first time in his life, probably, that he has the feeling of having the upper hand somehow. I know something that you don't. And he likes that feeling. He likes to be in the know of something that people are trying to guess or trying to figure out what it is. So that was similar in Chris Proudfoot's case. Total dumbass too. And he enjoyed watching people trying to figure out something that he knows. So this type of ego is interfering. And that's why Janie had a problem with him. Because he talks too much. He can't help it, guys. He knows something that most people don't.
For that reason, why it's worth just keeping an eye on what it is that he says, in my opinion.
He was caught with what? W55D in his car at a traffic stop years ago before it was legalized, but no other criminal record. Yeah, maybe he just likes to drink, right? Maybe he doesn't like to do substances of illegal nature.
Oh, some classic insight.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. So many people making total fools. He's speaking about himself here, guys. Because his self-image is the reality. You see, he wants to overshadow his own self-image with the attention he gets here. A lot of people enjoy doing that. So many people, okay, I let him read it.
Old Darren Getty's here. So many people making total fools of themselves. Like yourself?
Yeah.
I'm really starting to laugh at how desperately stupid most of these podcast idiots are.
And I believe desperately stupid is a self-reference. If you ask him, how does he feel about himself? How does he see himself? Well, if he was honest, maybe something similar could pop out.
And how they will do or say anything for subscribers, views, and a few cents. I must be very rare. I'm 65 and have a full head of curly hair and a mustache whenever I want to grow it.
So let me get this straight. Podcast idiots are, and how they will do, say anything for subscribers, views, and a few cents, okay? So now he wants to talk about himself, which I believe he has already done. I must be very rare. He wants attention, guys. I'm 65 and have a full head of curly hair. Who gives a crap if your hair is curly? Somebody said there was a guy with bald head, a bald-headed guy with the mustache seen. Something, remember this? I mean, you remember the audio, right? The dispatch audio, okay. And a mustache whenever I want to grow it. Dude, if this was my only claim to fame, that I had a mustache, I could grow a mustache. Come on, people, start showing some honesty, truth, and common sense, please. I believe that's what he's trying to portray. Are you guys still okay? Well, you know what? I consider the possibilities with him, but they're getting a little bit too involved. Derwood shaved his head when? I'm going to keep playing this one.
Come on, people. Start showing some honesty / truth and common sense. Please.
This is from A Balance's channel, by the way, guys. If you want to check out his videos.
Durwood, aren't you homeless?
Are you homeless, or are you living in a house that you just don't want people to know about? Because if he is talking about how great he is, would he want people to know he's homeless? Or is it sad because he doesn't want people to know where exactly he may reside and where he could have been on Thursday night? Just a possibility, guys, not set in stone at all, but I'm looking at the different possibilities here because these guys are so eager to sell us on something that goes beyond just helping a friend, in my opinion. I mean, I don't see myself even, I mean, would you help a friend to that extent that you help cover up something and risk who knows what? We need to consider more possibilities, I think. I can't believe after 5 months, I'm finally getting to him. I'm finally talking about him. One moment. Too much dipshittery, man. Melvin Gaddis. He owns a black house. Melvin Gaddis. That black house is owned by Durwood's family. And Janie claims she had never met Durwood before. And by the way, that family, Melvin Gaddis and other Gaddises, own a lot of property in Lansdowne Station. The son of Durwood, what's his name again? Dipshit sent a message to me one time, a voicemail. Remember? Jason? I think Jason Gaddis was best friends with Daniel. Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. Jordan Gaddis was best friends with Daniel since they were like 14, 15 years old. And the family owns properties all over Lansdowne Station. And Janie says she never met him. She never met Darren before. Never met him until a couple of weeks after Jack and Lilly were reported missing. Yeah, no, Logan is the other one. Yeah, I don't really care what they think. If I cared what they think, we would have the answers already. We would have more answers. I wouldn't have to ask Grendel which way Wong turned. I would be able to tune in somewhere and get the information.
Well, what is the fact that you are a very rare individual, being 65 with a full head of curly hair and a mustache? Janie's really stroking that ego inside that trailer in the driveway. Your RV lover. Oh yeah, why don't you turn the lights down a little low if this thing did have some lights?
Oh my God.
And we'll put on a little Barry White.
Not some I want to
I'll
see.
cook you some mac and cheese for supper there, Durwood. Come on over and I'll give you a massage in the old bed from 1978. Oh yeah.
Who knows?
Such a manly man.
Who knows, dudes?
Durwood wants people to start showing some common sense. Mm-hmm.
Really? He said that one
Well,
moment. Durwood said he was great friends with the family. Janie says she never met him before. Right. Yeah, exactly. Why does Janie feel the need, unless there's something she wants to avoid people? Yeah, I like listening to him. He's saying things I don't. I want to listen more, man.
Constitute people making total fools of themselves, such as Durwood. Just love to talk in generalities and to nothing in particular.
Yeah.
Just an overall flawed observation of.
He wants to commit to nothing, guys. He's scared to do that, so he fluffs around.
A place where you're completely engaged. You're the one with a YouTube at Durwood O'Grady 4666, so you must be speaking about yourself.
You see, I cannot read Durwood or listen to him by myself. But when he does it, talking about him, you see, sometimes I feel like that's maybe a service that I'm providing when I react to complete insanity and kind of filter it, because I don't encourage people to, oh my God.
Who's partaking eagerly in all of the conversation, trying to steal a little bit of attention.
Who knows? He may get some action elsewhere. People may be stupid and say, "You're such a hero. You're amazing, dude. Oh my God. You are probably so right about the reservation." And he gets probably a lot of, he not a lot, but he probably gets more female attention than he gotten before.
And steer the narrative in
which probably was zero before.
a way that is just impossible and was without common sense and flawed logic, you stooge. You're such a fool and have been since the day that you opened your mouth on It's a Criming Shame, Tubby. Just a brief follow-up from my
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Previous rant this morning. Daphne from Daphne's Case Files wrote, "Hey, man, that's not even the gist of it. There's a shite show going on behind the scenes with these fundraisers. And I have to probe you at this point in time, Daphne. Please come back to me in the comments and let me know. Let's get the conversation started. It sounds like there's more to it than I know. I know about the ship.
I have earlier gotten into some of that.
Earl and Haley debacle and the GoFundMe money earlier on in the case. Is that what you were referring to?
No,
or
there's
is there other instances?
No, there's new stuff
since then that's going on behind the scenes.
And you're going to see a lot more fundraising, a ton more fundraising. And I said it before. If you want to do something for Jack and Lilly and you think about donating money, take that amount of money into your hand. Take the slider and watch it burn, because at least the money will not be used to sidetrack people away from what happened to Jack and Lilly.
with certain individuals who are essentially branding Jack and Lilly and their disappearance and allotting them and calling things a fundraiser. Okay, we've been here before. If you're engaged in that sort of activity, one, you're a complete douchebag, clueless, and you only think that you're trying to help because you've talked yourself into it. It's a little bit early in this situation. It's a tad bit early to be raising money of any kind for any particular reason. Now, it goes back to, here, let me switch over.
By the way, it's a good question. Was Janie in touch with her brother Ron before the call at 8:48? Did they send each other text messages between 6 and 7? There was something there, I believe, I may have missed.
It kind of falls back into the need to be raising money.
Yeah.
And
I told you guys 2 months ago, get ready for a lot of raising money, man. A lot of it. And a lot of people bragging about how much they donated. And then a year later, they will come to me and say, you know what, you were right. But guess what, man? That's not the kind of people that I need around me that are driven by guilt or virtue signaling and all of this stuff. I'm so immune to this. You have no idea, especially when you apply plaids and analyze people's statements and realize who they really are. You see? A call after 6 from Ron to Janie. I may have missed that, people. But that would explain why Janie keeps talking about 8:48. If there was a call earlier, that she only wants us to think about a call much later. Why is Janie so interested in highlighting that there was a call at 8:48? Maybe because of her desire to overshadow and avoid an earlier communication, possibly a much earlier communication. If she was raking all night, guess what? There's a big possibility a lot more was going on, guys. That's why she is so interested in selling us the 8:48 a.m. to the minute thing. Everything else about Jack and Lilly, when she saw them, is completely vague. And she corrects herself, and then she says, you know, well, if you say so many things, then you get them wrong sometimes, or something like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Ask yourself why somebody who is not an accurate person, there are people that are very accurate. I know people who know everything to the minute, to the second, who pay attention to things others don't. And there are those who really don't. Oh, I was asleep then. Oh, no, I don't know, a little bit later. I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, who knows? What the fuck? I don't really know. But all of a sudden, they are eager to tell you 8:48 a.m. Are you trying to avoid or keep people from paying attention to something that happened a lot earlier? Because you wouldn't want people to know that there was an important reason maybe for you to communicate with Ron at an earlier time on some sort of level. Be it a Facebook message, or maybe during the night from Thursday to Friday. How about that? How about that for a possibility, JD? Because, and even when Daniel said, I fell asleep at 9:09 p.m. 9:09? Interesting, right? Why can't you be more accurate about Friday morning then? if that's your real pattern.
And in raising money on behalf, there's absolutely no reason for people to be doing that when there's things like the federal income support of parents of unalived or missing children, the FISP-MMC grant.
I wasn't even aware of that.
Is a Canadian federal program that provides monthly financial assistance to eligible parents or legal guardians who suffer a severe work disruption because their child under 18 at the time of the disappearance or death is missing or presumed.
Wow, I think that's a wonderful program, man. Check this out. I had no idea Canada has that. If you are going through hardship because your child is unalived or missing and you go through so much stress, they'll say, take time off. We'll take care of you. That is a very, very good thing, guys. That's very, very good. That's a great program. Because Ilianka said, what do you mean work disruption? That would mean that would mean you actually need to work to get the benefits. You're right. What's the interruption, you know? 1 day a week? And in Malaya's case, nothing. Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot. I completely forgot. Yeah, otherwise you give them extra money. I bet Malaya would like to get her hands on that. I don't know if she tried. She should be no, she's not, right? She's getting public aid anyways. So they'll probably tell her, well, nothing has changed for you. Yeah, that's also, of course. Oh, wow. Well, I guess even if you're a suspect, you'll be able to get it, right? I mean, then it's not the parent. I guess if you're still a suspect, you're still, until they prove you to be, until they have something proven, I guess you can still apply for it, and I don't know exactly how that works. But I think Canada has some really, really good programs, man. And I mean, people who pay taxes their whole lives must be pissed that. But it seems like they take care of people there. A lot. Wow.
Confirmed unalived.
Yeah, let me finish, Drippy. What I was going to say is people who pay taxes their whole lives and are not that rich either, they must be pissed that they see a bunch of people just chill and still able to afford a bunch of cars and, I imagine. Oh my God. I need this entertainment part now, man.
Now, the purpose is to ease financial hardship when parents cannot work due to the emotional trauma and active involvement in the search or criminal investigation. So, hey.
Drippy says, it really gets to you when they have more than you do. I can imagine, man. Shit. Oh my God. Don't get me started on Canada and paying taxes and where the money goes. Yeah, I can show you. Well, for entertainment purposes, if I may do so, this is where some of your money goes. Ain't you proud to pay taxes now? Sorry, guys. Oh, shit. This is funny, man. You know, after all this negativity in the beginning, I need this to wind down. Never expected things to turn out this way. Really.
Lilly or all you people who are raising all of this money that Malaya was fighting over in the beginning, did you pass her off to this particular program for Malaya? Should Malaya have qualified for this, no matter the suspicion of her, she potentially would or could.
That's what I just wondered.
But yet you want to take it upon yourself for reasons of your own vanity to make it look like you're the super helper in this situation, as opposed to really help an individual who needs it.
Drippy said, I don't have kids, so I get to pay the highest taxes. For a lot of people who think having kids is their job, and we owe them. Yeah. Thank you. No, again, like AB keeps it real, and he talks about things that are, interesting surrounding the case without I like entertainment when it doesn't compromise the truth, right? So what I don't like is when people have a channel where they throw everything out there, no skin in the game, nothing, just trying to be entertaining. But the most entertaining thing is when somebody's not necessarily trying to, but you realize there is, how you say, there's a certain component to it, man, where you sometimes just have to laugh it off and be like, what the fuck am I dealing with here? What kind of world am I suddenly a part of, one way or the other?
I despise these people. I despise the types of individuals that at day one feel the need to go and raise money on behalf of these people. That's true exploitation of the situation. You're branding Jack and Lil.
This is your ship, once a beacon of hope, now a wreck buried in alien soil, shot down in
Yeah.
Lilly Sullivan, charging people money and talking them into sending you money for something that is not going to help, is not going to do any good in the particular moment, especially in a situation that you've got no...
Good question, Seawood. If I had 1 hour to search, where would I go? Well, I would probably ask Grendel again, where exactly did Wong hear the car go? I would probably walk down that same road, but I wouldn't expect anything. I said it before, and Kent tried to misrepresent what I said. Viciously, slanderously. Claimed... I would encourage every single person in Nova Scotia, if they live next to an ATV trail somewhere, who knows? Something may have been dropped from the ATV that night. I did not tell people to go on people's private properties. I discourage anybody from ever doing so. So he left a comment saying, you're going to be held liable because you encourage people to go on other people's private properties. What the hell? I deleted it. Of course. I have no time for this. But that's exactly what he said. That's what he said on my last video. That's what he claimed I said. So I know there is more to the story. When he first came into my chat about 2 weeks after Jack and Lilly were reported missing and already tried to mislead people. I went through it with one of my moderators who, without me knowing back then, hidden him from chat. So people wouldn't see his misinformation. Mind you, after that, couple of weeks after that was when Durwood showed up. That was before Durwood showed up. So when people say, well, he just blindly believes whatever Durwood says, he's very naive. Well, no, he was already misleading people before Durwood ever showed his face. So when he has so much of a problem with me saying fake searches or cosmetic searches, then I need to look a little bit deeper into him. What are his intentions here, right? So, and I will look a little bit more into the past conversations on this very channel before anybody knew who Kent and Durwood were, right? Why do you feel the need to make up a lie about me? That is my question for you, Kent. What makes you, and my video is up. At no point do I ever encourage people to break the law. Quite the opposite. Do not stick your neck out, people. Where would I search? Well, it's been a long time since Jack and Lily disappeared, guys. But there is still a chance that somewhere something has been dropped, or Daniel has been seen. There are so many references that he gave us and related to being seen, or eyes, all eyes are on or sight and stuff like that. I believe he is worried that he may have been seen. But again, the cameras that could have captured him at that during that night, it could have recorded over it by now, right? So I think the RCMP really failed. I said that a few months ago when they offered the $150,000 reward, I said, what the hell are they doing that for if they don't explain to people what they could be looking for? Because somebody out there could have been sitting on 150K and didn't even know it, didn't even know what to look for, right? Because they surely shouldn't be looking for two children fitting the description of Jack and Lily, in my opinion, but evidence of where Daniel may have gone that night. I mean, the ocean area, if I was anywhere near there, anywhere. But I would ask Grendel again, look guys, here, if this is true, if it's true that Wong heard the car go down and then to McLeod, I would visit McLeod again. Seawood, I would visit and see if I can get and make sure to take pictures of anything that I see that may be out of place. This very spot, McLeod Bridge, I would probably start there. I would go right there, guys. And not just take a picture, but take a video of whatever. I mean, if it's legal. No, don't do this. This is a private property, right? You don't want to do this. You want to stay on this side of the road. Unless Mr. What's his name? Harvey Mackenzie, who actually one of you has spoken with. When one of you was actually there at this location. With permission. Because Harvey doesn't like his family, from what I understand. If you stay in the river, it's not private property. Great. But mind you, some of you went down there on your own. May have forgotten to take a picture when it was very important. Yes, Harvey Mackenzie does not like his family. And that's what I gotten from somebody who met him. Who wasn't intruding. who had the permission to be there. Don't walk on anybody's property. If you have a need or you want to ask somebody, do you have a camera? Can I ask you a couple of questions? Is there a possibility? Wow, you have a river here. Okay, I see something there. Is there a possibility I can maybe take a picture of something? Or look, or get myself familiarized. This area where the star was found hasn't been properly examined. Anything on the pipeline has been trampled down, and the pipeline boys were there. And there was a woman with the ATV. I guess it was the wife of the school bus driver, allegedly, with the child, walking up and down. But this area has not been properly revisited yet. I know that Ron wouldn't let me on his property. I know that Earl wouldn't let me on his property, but I would drive by there. I would still go to near the pipeline or 500 meters down where the footprint was found. I would maybe pay a visit over there and see if there's anything that sticks out to me, which would be what? Somewhere around here, half a kilometer down from Lansdowne. Quite a ways from where the blanket was, right? I would revisit these areas. I would not necessarily have hope to find something. So Harvey is an outcast, yeah. That makes sense. Did you notice in one of the newer videos, I believe the one J and D just made, there was a blue bag on the side of the road? Oh, I'm not surprised, Seward, because somebody found two blue big bags there, right here. Unfortunately, didn't take a picture, but yeah. I would look in this area, guys. Yeah, I tell you where else I would probably pay a visit. I would probably check out these two cabins here. The Pig Gate. Again, my real interest is Ron's property and Earth's property. And, of course, the Black House. But don't go on the property. Stay on the road. As Janie said, well, I guess as long as they're on the road, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, be within the area where they can do nothing about it. You know? He threatened you? Are you serious? I wouldn't doubt it. He called them these GD kids? Yeah, if you have anything on Durwood, call law enforcement on him. At least, you know, have it on record. Because it's going to get worse. Now that money comes in, they're going to be threatened, trying to intimidate people left and right. Because now money gets involved. And they don't want people to watch me. They don't want people to listen to AB or me or anybody that has the guts to say something. They don't want that. Oh no. They want people to be afraid to have the thoughts I express. I'm sure Durwood is watching here. I don't think I hit him from the channel. Sorry, he left another shit comment. Yeah, I don't have time for these people. I rather read his garbage on other people's channels than have him pollute mine. You know what I mean? There's enough trash everywhere for me to for me to say, hey, come unload your truck right here. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm very sure he's here. He commented, what, a week ago? Yeah. Wow, people. I'm delighted. Yeah, I hope you're right, Jenny, but I'm not counting on it. Oh, he does. He does try to sidetrack people. That's from the very beginning, his mission, man. Where else would I search? Yeah, I would search, right, those places. I would start there, guys. I would search wherever the dogs should have gone. The cadaver dogs should have gone to McLeod Bridge, in my opinion. They should have been right there. And they should have gotten to the ATV and Earth's property and Ron's property, in my opinion. Of course, I wouldn't go on there. And I don't think I would even bother asking them if I could, because I know the answer would be no. You know, but Janie told us already, if you're on the road, there's nothing anybody can do, period. I would definitely want to go at least take a look from the street. Janie's property, but nothing on there, and Ron. I would definitely look, is there a Kia somewhere? I would maybe see if I can try to get in touch with Mr. Wong. You know? Say, you mind if I have a brief conversation with you? And then be really, really flexible. Because listen, guys, it's been 6 months now. Whatever evidence may have been there, there could still be something trampled deep down, like a foot deep into the earth. Another, I don't know, who knows, maybe a piece of, something like that star from Lily's jacket or Lily's backpack. You know what I'm saying? In this chat, Durwood is here. No, he can't be. I thought that or has he been? Maybe. Yeah, maybe I will let him talk again. I don't remember, guys, if I let him insane. So Seaboard, tell me where else somebody should be looking, if you have an idea. Any thoughts? One thing I know, the moment that I'm done with the live, immediately I want to do another one, because that's when I remember all the things I forgot. Wait, I missed something. I would definitely want to talk to Wong. I would want Wong to clarify certain things to me. I would ask him questions to make sure, because I said it before, I don't like the fact that Wong and Smith talked before I want to make sure that Wong remembers exactly what he remembers. I think Wong is the key, but from what I understand in whatever chats he's in, there are no good questions, and I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. So if people have him on and don't ask the right questions, then there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? I'm not going. Doesn't make me want to watch those channels. Not going to lower myself to that level. So if somebody tells me, okay, there's something important that was said, oh my God, I'm all ears, guys. All ears and all eyes if it's a screenshot. That will be the, but when I realized that he's been on like a dozen different lives commenting, but most got lost. Hey Drippy, see you soon. Yeah, my lives happen when they happen. I must have missed something. I will ask you in private. Remember, this is something new for me, that I'm paying attention to what Durwood is saying, only because A Balance is doing this right now. Okay. I think I didn't get the screenshot. Durwood is buying on Temu, buying an engagement ring for Janie. Are they that serious? I thought he was just bouncing from place to place, from woman to woman in this area. I don't know. I got no idea, man. But it seems like, I don't know who's hooking up with whom. Yeah. No, I think Fluffy would attack him, man. Don't you think Fluffy would have a problem? Yeah. Okay, a couple more minutes.
No idea about what is actually occurring or has occurred.
Yeah, he's sharing his curls. He's curling around the area. God, I can't believe I'm spending time talking about this dude, man. But this is just crazy. Oh, yes, Mev Brunswick. Please send me your analysis. Please send me your statement analysis of Durwood. By the way, guys, I'm reluctant to give my email address out these days. Mev, do you have my email address still? Please, because I have not paid. Please apply. Anybody, please apply statement analysis, Platts analysis to anything from Durwood that stands out to you. Anything indicating possibly guilty knowledge or knowledge of something that he is trying to avoid revealing. Okay, please email it to me. Thank you so much. That's great. Anybody else, by the way, I invite you to do that. If you catch a statement that I have missed, by all means, feel free to practice statement analysis on that. Because I do not believe that, you see, the way things are going, I don't have a great hope in this case. However, the one thing we can do is use it as a training tool for statement analysis. Apply the pledge system, guys. Yes, I encourage everyone to screenshot all of their conversations in any room you are. And while you do that, feel free to immediately go to whatever statements stick out to you personally and tell me why. That would be amazing. That way I can cover so much more ground. And of course, I will, let me know if I'm allowed to mention your name. I'll be more than happy to. I'll be happier to mention your name than not mentioning it and just say, there's an anonymous person that doesn't want to be named and blah, 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 blah. But of course, I understand that some of you don't want to be mentioned. Just make sure you mention, if I can mention you. No, I don't think he does, Sassy. I mean, one of you commented that Durwood doesn't seem to have a criminal record. Yeah, Kent or Durwood, whatever. And if anything stands out to you guys where you say, hold on a minute. Got you. Anything that any of these people that you think, if you think it's significant, I want to know why. And when you take a time to do that, you see, I always say, I don't want you to send me, oh, look, there's a drunk turkey video. There is this, there's that. Don't do that unless there's something important and then you tell me what it is. You know what I mean? What I look for are your own individual thoughts. If I think there's something that you missed or where there's a different explanation, I will go into detail as time allows me to and let you know my thoughts on it. So if anything that can come out of this terrible situation with Jack and Lilly, rather than wasting time looking at what other people are doing to take advantage of the case, I think it's much better for us to actually use it as a training tool. So in the future, whenever a new case comes or something important takes place, assuming, there's a big possibility this will drag out forever until people are tired of giving money and tired of doing fake searches, right? And I wasn't going to get into this again, but Kent, his comment, oh my God, man. I realize how needed it is for me, a balance, and some other people to actually point things out. So those who will say, well, I'm not sure about this search, and then they're getting gaslighted or gaslit, I don't know what the appropriate term is, that they have a home to come to and say, well, at least I know there are people that are sane and allow me to have my own mind and allow me to express what I'm suspecting. So anything that stands out to you guys, anything of deceptive nature, please feel free to give it a spin. Don't hesitate. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Let me see if I got an email already. If I got it from you, I would love to actually get right to it, man. And if not here, maybe in the next one where I'm going to actually, I may pre-record a video on it. Oh, I'm getting a great email right now. One moment. Wow. It's going to be more to come later. Some stuff I have to pay more extra attention to. So I think that there are many areas to search. I can also guarantee you that they're not going to cover any of these areas in this one day so-called search. Follow your intuition, guys, in case of doubt. Follow your intuition, but do it in a hesitant way. To say it, trying to explain what I mean by it, I would say do it in a manner that you don't, that you check using the pledge system and ask, get additional information. Use intuition as a guideline to get you towards the right path, but do the legwork, apply pledge, and don't just say, okay, my intuition told me this, I know what happened now. You know what I mean? Just whatever skill you acquire, put it to work. But the best thing, yeah, absolutely, diesel resale, absolutely. And I'm so happy to have the right people here. And I had to delete a few people who tried to tell me that I'm a bad person for not understanding that this is for Jack and Lilly. This is not for Jack and Lilly, guys. Finding out the truth, that's what's for Jack and Lilly. Finding the real answers. That's for Jack and Lilly. And that's the only thing I care about. The only thing. There are other things I care about, but this is so high above everything else that anything else is way down there. To find out what happened to these kids. That's the only thing. Anything that sidetracks me is the enemy. Not necessarily the person is the enemy, but the sidetracking part is the enemy. And the person can become the enemy if they are set on doing the whole virtue signaling thing and tell people that they're not good people because they don't want to support Jack and Lilly. Again, if you want to prove to them that you're not greedy, say, here's $100 for Jack and Lilly. Oh, by the way, instead of sending it to you, let me turn my camera on here. I'm burning it right now for Jack and Lilly. And I'm saying a prayer. That's much better than sending it to them, because at least your money will not be used to mislead people. Take a video of you giving it to a random person or whatever the hell and say, I'm doing this for Jack, in honor of Jack and Lilly. I'm doing something good right now. How about that? How about doing that and sharing? And if somebody does it, share those videos. In honor of Jack and Lilly, this is what I am doing. That would be much better than like a sheep following a bunch of people asking you to finance their ideas. Much better, people. So I think on that note, I'm going to call it a day. And you got my email address, guys. Anything I forgot? I probably forgot a whole bunch of stuff, man. But I'm happy about these videos A Balance is making. Make sure to watch them. Don't escape into these channels that mislead you. Just make sure that you keep it, don't let anything pollute your mind. You know what I mean? I would probably, let me know what I missed, guys. Thank you so much. And give me suggestions, whatever. I appreciate your comments. And I see you next time. I'm still Mike the Man.